I'm Bea, and I am playing as Violet. You're muted.
I'm
There we
Alex,
go.
and I am Cyrus Hildemar.
Hi, everyone. I'm Juno, and I am playing as the Ashen One.
Hey, I'm Sarah, and I'm playing as Cinda.
I'm Andy, but you can call me Hubelio. I'm your dungeon master. And together with my friends here, we are the Eldritch Outcasts. And it is our pleasure to bring to you Rise of the Leviathan. On the planet Rymorre, a sword and sorcery type of existence is dominated by a near-apocalyptic flood that lasts an entire year and recurs every 4 years. Like clockwork, all living creatures must account for the rapid expansion and contraction of coastlines, farmlands, and habitable areas. Our story begins about 1,000 feet above a coastal city that does not evacuate when the floods approach. It does not change elevation, and yet the waters rise. They rise around and they rise above. But this place, this city named Seagate, is protected by a Magitech dome that keeps a bubble of air intact, far below the surface of the floodwaters. This is where we join our players, each with a note in hand, a fate in store, and a destination pointed decidedly downward. The scene opens as their boats arrive at a large raft. We zoom in on one of the boats approaching, and we see Alex's character, Cyrus, speaking with a diminutive masculine goblin dressed in muddy boots, a slightly muddy trench coat, and a bowler hat. So, what brings you here to Seagate, friend?
You ever been by way Ironside?
Oh, Ironside, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty serious place.
That's one way to put it. I mean, serious is not seeing the stars or the sun or the moon. Pardon me, I don't mean to be morose, but you seem to know the place. I'm sure you can imagine what it would be like spending a decade or more in that particular shithole, right? So,
yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think Ironside, bottom of the ocean, inside of a bear's stomach, falling into a volcano, if you understand the kind of tier that I set that in. So, anywhere's up, if that's Seagate.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, anybody who's got the right idea about Ironside is okay by me. My name is Skeven Steve. What do they call you, buddy?
Cyrus. Pleasure to meet you, Steve.
Well, Cyrus, yeah, same goes for you too. I mean, you're gonna love it here. I don't know if you've ever been to Seagate before, but I guess whatever it is you're looking for, you'll probably find it.
Oh, I certainly hope so. Anything new or noteworthy you want to prep me for before I get there?
New and noteworthy. Let's see. Well, they're having that vote. I mean, is Seagate gonna be part of the above water group of city states? Like, are they gonna sign that treaty? Are they not gonna sign the treaty? I mean, there's kind of a big hubbub about that. Otherwise, it's business as usual.
No doubt, no doubt. Business doing well?
Oh, I mean, I'm a businessman. I've always got some great business going on.
I'll bet you do. I'll be sure to look you up and down.
We zoom away from Cyrus's boat, and on another boat, your character is on the boat with you see a very large minotaur grasping a forge hammer. Violet, I'm not sure about these outsiders. You can't trust them.
I trusted you.
I mean, I can't fault your logic there. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have my family.
Well, I do what I can,
The Minotaur nods and looks down, and you can kind of see his muscles just tighten around his forge hammer. And he says, I just don't know what I would do if your light wasn't part of this world. You just have to be careful out there.
She'll reach out and kind of just lay a hand on his hand where it's gripping his weapon. It'll be okay. I will come visit you in the future, I promise. I'm sorry that we have to part ways.
You know that if there was a piece of paper I trusted in enough, I would write down the debt I owe you. And I have to go back to my family now, but if you need me in the future, I'll always answer your call.
And I will always answer yours.
And we zoom in on a boat with Juno and Nick's characters. As you guys are leaning against the banister of your ship, we kind of just jump back in time a few weeks. And you're standing similarly as you're standing right now, but in front of a village elder type of character, but this is a collective of the Valkyrie people. And this village elder is named Tide Collar Moribet. She's very tall and has narrow shoulders, but very stands very tall and has very proper posture, and she kind of just has a flowing voice. Come in, the two of you have something in common. Can you guess what it is?
Tide Caller, I believe I fail to have the wisdom that you are trying to provide for us.
Yes, even in all my knowledge, I do not understand why you brought us here.
Nick, can you give us a physical description of Varanvel?
Sure. Voranvrel is notably very Valkyrian. Him being a Triton, saying average height, about 5'10", very athletic swimmer's build. So, and his hair is matted into dreads, as the way for many Valkyrie, and intertwined with those dreads are threads of vastly amounts of different colors that all mean something very different within the Valkyrie culture. And another very notable thing about him is leaning against his side is a very large, staying about the same size as him, is a double-bladed scythe. And the shaft itself seems to be made with a coral driftwood that seems to somewhat almost be alive, but not quite. And very just at this moment, he's definitely very attentive in being the presence of the tide caller, but typically seems to be very reserved.
To Varan Vel, the tide caller hands a note that says, "Your connection to your people hangs by a thread, and the path to restoring that bond will lead you to Maugan Rommel." And Juno, can you give us a physical description of the Ashen One?
Of course. So the Ashen One stands about 6'5". Well, way taller than this, but I'm not standing up. And about kind of like darker tan skin. Their pupils are kind of like a pinkish in coloration, red paint underneath their eyes. Their hair is long and white, kind of like the finest of pearls. They have two horns, kind of like an antelope horns on their head that have a gradient of a lighter shade of tan to a darker shade towards the tip. Clothes-wise, they wear kind of like a see-through fabric. It is sleeveless, so their arms are exposed, and then kind of baggy black pants that are on their legs, and then they have a belt around their waist with a sword that the main part of the blade is actually shattered off. And then for their feet, they have bandage wraps. Otherwise, they are mostly barefoot. And then around their neck, they're going to have a nice large kind of silver collar that goes around, and then crow-like earrings, and then pointy ears.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The tide caller hands the Ashen One a note that says, "To the Ashen One traveling with the murderer, Varan Vel. Your brother Zinriel is seeking you. Please find Maugan Rommel in Seagate for further information."
Zinriel, are you sure?
That is correct. She continues, "The space between yourselves and the ones you should be connected to is vast. Before you can find your place in your family, in your community, or in this world, I'm going to ask you make an oath and honor it today. It is an oath not to me, but to each other. You must start each day discussing something with each other that is on your minds. Follow that with discussion of your plans for the day. End with a discussion of trivialities. Speak words every morning to each other. For what little you have to connect to in this world, you can do this. Bring yourself back from the edge. Maybe just a little less dour." And as her words echo, you're brought back to the banister of the ship that you are currently awaiting on. And the space between the two of you seems to just pause for a second.
I still don't know what the fuck she was trying to tell me.
I've been thinking on it quite heavily through the nights since we've had that conversation with the tide caller. I don't understand if she wants us to think about the things around us or things we've learned. I don't understand the importance of this.
Well, if I learned one thing, and To be honest, probably haven't learned a whole lot throughout my life, unfortunately. But one thing is that tide color tends to be right in the long run. So we should definitely pursue this path. And, well, it's not like we can go back.
Well, correction, you can't go back, but
Thanks, friend.
of course, it's what I'm here for.
We'll work on sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
Yes. Yes. It's geez Louise. I thought I was the awkward one. I think that's why I really enjoy having you around. I think it makes me feel a little bit more confident about myself.
You have confidence issues, but you spend so much time in the mirror.
You know, it's it's a lot to unpack there, Ashen One.
As you finish your conversation, two men walk by. They both appear to be of medium build. The first one has very fancy looking garments, but kind of just not wearing them quite right. You can't quite put your finger on why it is he doesn't seem to it seems like he's not natural. It's like not in his natural habitat or something. And he says, you two don't seem to have much chemistry, do you? And a chuckle follows his statement from a man behind him who is about 2 inches shorter, has a shock of blonde hair, and just a very quick smile as he says, I mean, Reggie, they obviously don't. I mean, don't tease them. Just leave them be. We're gonna be late. Let's go. You folks have a good day. Don't mind us. And they hurry off their boat. And as you guys are headed towards this raft that you are docked to, the final boat we go to, and Sarah, can you give us a little bit of a description of Cinder?
I think I can. So Cinder is about 5'9". She is a rosy gray-skinned tiefling. Her most notable feature is the feathered yet bat-like wings protruding from her back. Horns curl up and away from her face, and long, wavy, raven black hair is braided back. Pale freckles dot her cheeks like stars, and she has a bit of a wicked smile to her. Her clothes are pretty revealing, yet also loose-fitting, and seem to show no small amount of wear and tear that she's acquired over her travels.
A thin line appears a few feet away from Cinder, and sparks very faintly just seem to erupt from this line in midair until a pair of lips appear and a voice comes out that you're not quite sure if it's in your head or if it's an actual voice. Cindy, are we there yet?
Cinder is going to cross her arms and kind of lean back against the railing. I think you know exactly where we are.
I miss the prison.
Then you can certainly go on back. I'm not going to stop you.
Don't be such a stick in the mud, dear. And as the pair of lips utters the last statement, an infernal woman begins to sprout from nothingness, spreading from the lips, filling the face, long dark hair, and wearing a red leather outfit that isn't the most revealing skin tight outfit you've ever seen, but it's close. It's close. It was just so much fun with all of those lost souls to prey upon. It would have been nice to spend a little more time with that warden. What was his name? Bilchus?
As I said, you are certainly welcome to go back.
Can I ask you something, dear? If you had to rate him on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate him?
He had boils on his face.
Oh, but he was so masculine. He had those big, strong muscles. That didn't do anything for you?
No, it didn't.
Oh. Well, do they really think you're going to jump through all of these hoops? I don't even really know why you came. You're a free woman after all. Does that note really say you can just leave the prison?
In a matter of speaking, it did. It told me I was supposed to go to Seagate and to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I could just go anywhere I wanted, but you know what? Unlike some, I hold my word. When I want to.
You're such a good girl. Don't you ever want to
No.
just cut loose and not do what everyone tells you to do?
I do that plenty,
Mm.
but not at your behest anymore.
I suppose someone is going to need to stick around and make sure you get into at least a little trouble.
You don't need to do that. I'm perfectly capable of managing myself.
Oh, don't worry. As long as we have our little agreement, and she spins her finger in the air, and a piece of paper that you recognize as having signed recently spins in the air.
Are you going to just flash that every 5 minutes? It's getting a bit old.
I mean, I just want something to remember you by.
You have plenty. You can take that lovely piece of paper back with you if you really want to go say hi to the warden again. And torture those lost souls instead of me.
No, I think I'd rather look forward. Do you think Malgin is going to be hot?
Is that all you care about?
Well, I always pay a little more attention if their words have a strong chin and a little muscle behind them. You know what I mean?
I don't understand why you're even talking to me right now.
A small Alkin that has been asleep on the deck awakens with a little bit of a stir. And he says, Who are you?
Oh, sorry, did I wake you?
Who is this woman? I haven't seen her. Who is this? Oh dear, don't worry about me. I'll see myself out. And she just kind of like, there's a circular like set of sparks that just kind of like wink her out of existence. And you know that that's not the last time you'll see her.
Fortunately not.
Well, I suppose we should be getting on. It's about time to get on to the raft.
Right, sounds good. Rather eager to get moving as it is. So, shall we?
So everyone makes their way to a raft that, for all intents and purposes, just seems to be sitting in the middle of the ocean. There's nothing to the north, the east, the south, the west, even on the clearest day. There's just flat ocean that you're looking at right now. And kind of cut out in a donut hole is a platform in the middle of this raft. And as people approach, there's a guard that is allowing people onto this smaller inner circle. And the 5 of you, as well as the Alkin, the Goblin, and the 2 men, board the raft.
I think as we're boarding the raft, Vel's going to look over at the Ashen One and say, I'm not sure what those guys are talking about. You're like my best friend.
Are you talking about the people that look like one of those couples you've mentioned before?
Yeah, those were yeah. No, I not quite. I'm not I think there's a lot of layers to those two.
Everything has layers. Why are people so complicated?
Because if they weren't, we wouldn't have any problems in the world.
Hmm.
So you guys are escorted or basically waved onto the small platform in the middle. Violet, you are standing in front of the guard who is just making sure that you understand that there's going to be a field that goes up around this bubble, or around this elevator that you're standing on. Could you describe your character?
Yes. Standing in front of this guard is a not so obvious tiefling woman, about 5 feet tall. Her skin is an alabaster white, which complements her waist length silver white hair that is pulled back in a very loose ponytail. The faint ridges of her shaved down horns trace her hairline, smooth against the light. No ears break the line of her hair. Her eyes are sharp, black sclera, shot through with a vivid pink violet glow that seems to catch even in shadow. She wears a brown corset that cinches tightly over a simple white blouse, while a layered skirt of muted earth tones drapes to her boots, split with a pale cream panel at the front. A weathered leather pouch hangs at her hip, the strap worn with use, and at her throat, a fine gold chain holds a large round crimson pendant that stands sharp against her pale skin. It's just what would catch your eye.
Thank you very much. So the guard says, "All right, everyone, listen up. For those of you who have been here before, you might know, but there is going to be a bubble that gets extended out here. It's going to protect us from the water, but you have to close your eyes and hold your breath for a few seconds while it gets going. We just don't want any accidents here. Everyone, please make your way onto this platform here, and we'll be on our way very soon." And Cyrus, you are the last to board. Could you give us a physical description of Cyrus?
Absolutely. So as I kind of uncertainly step onto this raft and kind of step off towards the side, in stark contrast with Violet, this gray, black, dark blue, all muted tones that kind of all like blend together, gray skin, kind of ashen hair, almost like deliberately set to be not so memorable. Just shy of 6 feet tall with a fairly average looking build, pouches kind of strapped to both of his legs, and his right hand kind of absentmindedly twirls a silver coin, while his left fairly conspicuously remains kind of lazily draped on the handle of his rapier at all times.
So, Cyrus, as you are walking on to the platform, Steve looks at you and he says, "Hey, buddy, you never actually told me. What is it that you're doing here? I mean, you got some business here? Are you coming back and visiting somebody? What brings you to Seagate?"
Stephen, mostly coincidence. Running into the right folks, bumping into somebody. I'll reach kind of into my smock and pull out this faded sheet of parchment, wave it around for just a moment and tuck it back in. You want to know where that comes from?
Yeah, sure, buddy.
No idea. But I took it off a guy when I was in Ironside. So, and don't look at me like that. I hadn't a penny to my name and I needed to get out of town. So I mistook whatever book bag he had for a coin purse, snatched it for myself. Not a coin to be found, but a note, no passage to Seagate. I figured, okay, fresh start. More the merrier. Let's get rolling.
Buddy, if you ever need work, you just come down to the trade district. You ask for Steve. They'll point you in the right direction. I got tons of work for a guy like you. I gotta keep my eye on you. You're tricksy, aren't you? Huh? And he ribs you like with his elbow. He's just nudging against you.
Yeah, keen eyes there, Steve. I'll be sure to look you up.
I'll be your buddy. Don't you worry. We'll get along great.
No doubt.
And as the guard gets to the middle of the platform, he says, "Oh, okay, everybody, go ahead and close your eyes, and just wait a few minutes. We're gonna get this bubble go up, and we'll be on our way." So, is anyone not going to close their eyes while this bubble goes up? Please raise your hand. I'm watching. Okay, we've got Cinder. We've got Cyrus. Anybody else? Varanvel. Okay. Yeah. Everyone who is not closing their eyes, let's make our first check of the game. Let's make a Constitution save.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, first rolls, guys. Don't mess up.
Don't give me that pressure. Hi, hello. I also messed up.
Uh-oh. Did anyone get lower than a 10?
This guy.
Right here.
All right. So, as this bubble goes up, you two are temporarily incapacitated. And the two of you fall asleep. So Varanvel, you rolled higher than a 10, is that correct?
17.
17, perfect. So Cinder, you and Cyrus are on the ground asleep at the moment. And
okay.
The rest of you hear Steve say, "Oh, buddy, you should have closed your eyes." Oh, shit. Oh, no. We got a problem. And
so I can't be put to sleep by magic?
It's not magic.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know, though. I appreciate it. It is not magic.
And just a clarification, we're all in the same raft together.
That's right. So at the moment, let me paint the picture here real quick.
Oh boy.
You are on a circular wooden platform. And there is a small, little projector type of thing that's in the middle of this platform that has a beam going straight up, and it's going up about 30 feet, and it's creating a dome, almost like a snow globe. It's like you're inside of a snow globe, and all of you are standing inside of this, and you've noticed something that your boots and the hem of your pants or your outfits, they were wet. You were walking around, it was a little bit misty. All of your clothing is bone dry at the moment because this dome momentarily passed over you and your clothing, and you feel almost like a little bit of a goosebump type of an effect because you're very dry right now. And the platform, you start to hear it a click and a clank, and it starts to drop a little bit, a few inches, click, 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 a few more inches down a foot. And as you start going down, you see the water is building up to either side, all around the side of this dome, but none of the water is getting in. And you're seeing bubbles actually form on the edge. And as you go down further, the dome eventually becomes fully submerged. And the guard says, yeah, we've got a major problem here, guys. This is not good. And we are going to need to resolve this before we get into Seagate. And Steve says, yeah, guys, who brought the powder? Who did it? And he points to some white dust residue that is in the middle of the platform. And he says, you guys know that you can't transport drugs into Seagate, right?
I'm gonna already look at the Ashen One and say, and Kieran tell, watch this. Watch where the fingers start to get pointed. Just already expecting to see who's about to get blamed for this.
Sorry. Fingers. Are we're supposed to point at people?
I slap her head down, saying, "It's not helping us. Stop acting like that."
Apologies. Why would anybody bring drugs?
It's. I mean, I can probably a laundry list of reasons, but I'm sure I'm gonna look around. Does anyone seem like they are stressing out, like, a little bit more than what you expect? Kind of.
Mm-hmm. The Alkin seems to ruffle his feathers, and he says, "The question is not why, but the question, of course, is who brought these drugs." And the guard says, somebody's gonna need to wake them up, because we need to get this figured out right away. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And he gets a flask out of his pocket, like connected to his belt, and he splashes ale on Cinder and Cyrus as you both splutter and wake up with a little bit of a start.
That was uncalled for.
Can I have some more, sir?
Well, buddy, if you can help me figure this out, you can have one to yourself, because here's the problem. The problem is that in Seagate, if there is a transport, this elevator does not operate very often. It only operates once every few weeks, because for the most part, once you're in Seagate for the flood season, you're in Seagate. So the problem here is that our laws say that either one of you is chosen to be the one who is responsible, and it is a vote. It is a majority vote. And either you vote for the person who is responsible and one person goes to jail, or you all go to jail.
I'm sorry, that seems ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the thing about Seagate, ma'am. There's plenty of ridiculous laws. It's something you'll have to get used to if you haven't been here before.
Like, no investigation, nothing like that. You just point fingers and that's who goes to jail.
That hardly seems like justice.
If you guys want to do an investigation and it informs your vote, that's great. That's not really my job. I'm just an elevator guard, ma'am.
You should take guard out of your title.
I'm going to slowly kind of walk and kind of stop just behind. Apologies. Remind me your character's name one more time for me, B.
Violet.
Violet. That is such an easy name out of all the names I could have forgotten. Um, gosh, now I'm starting to feel like the Ashen One's mentality or mental state is not just the character. But I'm going to stop just behind Violet, and it's just going to be this dark shadow kind of covering Violet now that I'm kind of standing behind him. And I'm just going to kind of lean forward, not really seeing Violet there, more looking at the guard imposingly, just not intentionally, but just kind of like, and what's to say you are not smuggling stuff on and trying to get us to vote somebody else off?
Excuse me.
Well, as much as some people would like me not to be a guard, I'm still a guard, and that's just my job. You're not really gonna see. I mean, heck, if you guys all want to vote for me, that's gonna be interesting, I suppose. But I don't know if you're gonna get anybody to believe you on that one.
I'll take that deal.
Now, any of these other folks, that little goblin guy, owl guy, these two fine, upstanding gentlemen over here, they all kind of just like bristle when he mentions them. You can vote for any of those as well. I mean, they'll take the fall for you, probably. Yeah, right.
Why did you point out the goblin first?
It's because I'm green. It just comes with the territory. It's okay.
All right. If you are fine with it, I will not push it any further. But, I mean, he volunteered as the one to smuggle drugs.
Well, you know, I'm not like the guy that's responsible here, but I've seen how this kind of goes down before. Like, I've seen how this kind of works out, and you don't want to be messing with the gods. And I mean, honestly, if you want to get around in the trade district, you probably don't want to mess with me neither. I mean, I'm a pretty important person. Everybody knows Skeeve and Steve.
Lovely name. Sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. I get worse reactions out of some people. It's no problem.
And just to make sure I understand this isn't about finding who has the drugs. It's just about blaming one person.
Well, I think we should find out who had the drugs, because that would make the guilty one the real guilty one. Don't you think that would be great?
I'm sure I believe that would be the ideal. It certainly wasn't pitched that way from the one who is supposed to be upholding the law, but that seems like the practical thing to do, yes.
Well, I think we should find out who it is.
And how do you suggest we do that?
Well, sir, I happen to be a professor in the university. We could find out who stands to gain, or who might have access to certain materials. And he looks at Steve. He's like, "Forget it, buddy. I mean, no, it wasn't me. You got it all wrong."
Could I see if I could smell it on any of them? Something like abnormal?
Oh, absolutely. So,
Okay.
what we're going to do for this is, if you want to make an insight check,
Smell check.
if you want to make an insight check, that's going to be something that you can share with the group here. But if you're doing an investigation check, we're going to make those private. Just send them to me in Discord if you were looking to make an investigation check. But you said that you're looking to basically smell. Who are you smelling just in general?
I'm going to be really invasive, and I'm just going to like, how big is this goblin?
The goblin is probably about 4 feet tall.
Do you think I can lift it without having to roll for that?
You would definitely have an advantage in any sort of physical interaction you would have with him.
Okay. I'm going to pick him up, like
Okay.
like you're picking up, somebody underneath their arms.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll for that? Oh, I got a 20, so it doesn't matter.
Did you just crit it?
I did just crit it.
I'm just testing something. Okay, yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're
Perfect.
Good. So you pick him up.
Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, let me roll the. Let's see. I got a 12 for the insight.
For the insight? Hey, you big idiot! What are you doing? Put me down, Lurch.
Relax. I'm just gonna take a quick sniff.
What are you talking about, sniff?
Bro.
What is this?
And I'm just gonna kind of like angle him as I'm just getting like really invasive,
So, have you ever? You said you rolled a 12 for the sniff component of this, correct?
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever smelled smelling salts, but like it is a combination of extremely powerful, potent smells that literally the point of smelling salts is to bring you back to consciousness through sheer like olfactory overload. And that's pretty much what you're getting here. There's so many weird smells coming off of this goblin. You're pretty certain that actually what you're holding on to is stuff that's inside of his coat rather than the actual goblin himself. He might be carrying some stuff.
I'm just going to like, once I smell that, I'm just going to be like, what is that smell?
It's called mind your own business, buddy. Come on.
Mind your own business. And I'm going to kind of just drop him. I've smelled dead bodies better than that.
Yeah, I mean, the dead body's not something I usually carry with me, but I mean, yeah, sure. I've got some stuff that smells worse than a dead body, of course. I mean, most people do, right?
This goblin, his jacket smells terrible. I think it's worth investigating.
I mean, if you're looking for something, I don't have my entire accoutrement with me, but I could make a deal if you're looking to buy something.
A drug deal?
No, of course not. It's just very legitimate business items that I might have for certain people. Maybe we should talk about this when we get off the lift. Perhaps.
If we get off the lift.
Well, yeah. Of course.
Surely you wouldn't mind taking your jacket coat off and turning it inside out for us.
Taking my coat off? Are you like into goblins or something, buddy?
I don't understand your question. I do not discriminate against people I talk to. If you're asking if I'm inside a goblin, I am not. We are in a bubble on a raft.
Oh, brother. Okay, all right. Listen, let's just back it up here. Let's take the spotlight off old Steve, and let's ask who else might be guilty than me or whatever.
I think that you need to take your coat off.
Well, let's see what everybody else has. I mean, maybe you got some other people that you could like take a look at and not pick me up again.
I'm gonna say two things. One, for my character, I forgot to describe that their hands look like they're dipped in ash. They are burnt black and there's scarring on them.
Okay.
But I'm gonna turn to Vel and just be like, Vel, this man smells weird, and I do not wish to go to prison. Help me.
I mean, I think we all agree here that the goblins smuggling drugs. I think that was abundantly clear.
Oh, buddy, the S word here. The S word. Let's pipe down on the S word. That's not a great word.
I'll look at like the rest of the people in the dome, just kind of inviting them to give their opinion and kind of like a glancing left to right glance.
Well, Steve, is it?
Yeah.
If you have nothing to hide, why not just empty your jacket? Save us all some time.
All right. I'll tell you what. If I get rid of the jacket, can we get over this? Can we get past this? Is it something that if I get rid of it, we can move on to somebody else?
Not get rid of it. Take it off.
So if I take off the jacket, you're no longer going to be all up in my business, right?
If you show us what's inside.
Well, I mean, I got to take it off first, but I don't really want to show you everything because you're not a trusted customer yet. Here, listen. Okay. How about this? All right. Look at that fish over there. And he waits to see if anybody turns.
Vel starts laughing.
I think he's talking about you, Vel.
Vel stops laughing.
As Steve points, he actually looks at the two men that are off to the side, and he says, "Oh, okay, I see what we're doing here. Look at that guy's pant leg. Look at that guy's pant leg right there. That guy, him, the shorter one, the blonde guy." And if anyone looks, you're not taking Steve out of your line of sight to look over there, but there is the same white residue on the pant leg of the blonde man. The blonde man looks down and he says, "You silly goblin, I bet you just put that there from whatever nasty things you have in your coat. Reggie, can you deal with this? I'm a little bit busy." And the taller man says, "Caster, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between, I must apologize for my friend here. He is in need of medication, and it is nothing illicit. But you must understand that he is not well, and we are very important in Seagate, so there's no good will come of barking up this tree, as it were."
If it is a medication, why did you not come out and say that right away instead of saying it was illegal drugs and trying to point fingers at the goblin?
Well, a man in this world cannot project weakness, you see, my dear. We must all project strength as best as we can. And so it's not something that we like to advertise.
Your actions make you smaller than men.
Indeed.
Or lack of.
In my experience, pointing fingers does not make anyone a better man. In fact, it makes them the less likely to be so.
Do you think
you say
so,
your
really?
importance?
Indubitably, yes, of course.
Do you become important by making sure that everyone else takes the fall for whatever it is you're doing? Is that your MO, as they say?
Taking the fall. It's so pedestrian. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot. My name is Sir Reginald Thistleroy Pomfort, and this is my companion, Caster the Encore. And between the two of us, we are quite influential in the administrative district and, of course, Seaglass City. I don't know if you're familiar, but it is quite an amazing place, full of wonderful people, but I don't really know why we need to take the attention away from someone who is obviously guilty, to point at someone who is just in medical need, as it were.
Yeah, you mind if I ask a question rather quickly, sir?
Of course. And who might you be, sir?
I'll get there. You mentioned being rather something to do in this town, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, the big wig in town.
Well,
Can't
just
get the town's name right, though.
maybe well, the Sea Glass City is a district
Yeah.
inside of Seagate, of course. I mean,
What is it now?
if you're not familiar with the town and the city, you might not realize you have the bearing of an outsider, sir.
Sure I do. You can hear the gravel in my voice. They got soot in the skies in Ironside, but I was still born here.
Oh,
And it ain't been that long that I've been gone.
oh, indeed. Well, then I'm sure you're familiar with the Pomfort name.
No, I can't say I am.
Well, we're quite well to do around town, as it were. As it were.
I'm sure you are. Selling illicit substances does tend to net a healthy profit if one doesn't end up in jail or, snort their whole supply away like your friend over there.
Well, I mean, possibly. Now, while this conversation is going on, if anyone would like to make an investigation check to kind of suss out any sort of facts, information, go ahead and give a roll and send that to me in Discord, please.
I also would like to. Is there any way we can know how much time until we reach the bottom? How much time we have left to make a decision?
You've gone down about 50 feet so far, and you know
Okay.
that's about 10% of the way there.
Oh, perfect.
I would say at this point, Vel has checked out of this entire thing, and it's just he has like 2 feet up on the bench with them, and he's just just idly carving a piece of wood with a little skinny knife.
Okay. So I've gotten 2 rolls at the moment. There's a third roll. So Cyrus, what is it that you're doing to investigate?
So I'm, being quite accusatory with my tones. So I'm looking for both of their reactions, any tells, but not so much Reginald, honestly. I'm using my peripherals because his buddy probably thinks I'm not really looking at him.
Okay.
And so I think he's a little more likely to give something up thinking nobody has their eyes on him.
Okay. And Cinder, what are you doing to investigate?
Cinder is trying not to make a fuss about it, but she's just kind of meandering in a circle kind of around the raft.
Okay.
And just seeing if there's any other signs or indications that someone else might be the one carrying the illicit drugs,
Okay.
or anything else that would be more definitive other than, the goblin pointing at, the one who needs medicine and vice versa.
Okay.
Medicine.
And Violet, what are you doing to investigate?
Violet is watching the guard because she thinks it's absolutely ridiculous that anybody would handle a situation like this by pointing fingers. So she's just assuming that this guard is in cahoots with the drug holders, which she assumes, or it's kind of obvious that it is the noble people here. Just to kind of gauge his reactions when they're speaking. Like if he's like, yep, that's right. Yep, like agreeing with them and going along with it.
Okay. And Vel, what did you say that you were up to at the moment?
I said Vel's kind of just checked out of this entire thing. I think he's starting to understand this is some kind of like pompous farce.
Okay.
And has began to just idly carve a small piece of wood.
Okay. So Cyrus, you feel like you can absolutely peg Castor here as someone that is not just under the effects of some medicine, but it's like obvious that he is barely holding on. There's some sort of like, it looks kind of like maybe a hangover or like a nervousness, like there's sweat kind of like beading on his cheek. You feel quite confident in that. Cinder, as you walk around, you notice a similar white dust on the back shoulder of the owlkin. As you walk past him, you see that the owlkin absolutely has a white powder, and it's not within eyesight of him, so it's almost as if like you're not sure why it would be there, but it's absolutely there.
So does it possibly, if my role allows for this answer, does
Uh-huh.
it possibly look like someone just touched the owlkin on the back of the shoulder with something or another on their hands?
It does not seem like that to you.
Hmm.
It seems like it may have been like an attempt to get rid of something. Like
Mhm.
you seem like like the look of it. It seems very likely that he was maybe trying to wipe his hands off on his back or something, or his feathers or whatever. And then Violet, as you're staring down the guard, you just hear, and you see, like, your attention is taken by Vel's whittling, and the whittling that he's doing is producing a similar white powder that is collecting underneath his whittling knife.
I think we found our culprit. And I am going to point my finger to Vel. It's not drugs. Just a man simply taking care of his tools. So can we go?
The guard says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but... And he leans down, and in the original pile of white that was on the floor of the elevator, he dips his hand in and he smells it and he tastes it. That's one of the drugs that is actually manufactured here in Seagate.
Ooh, and how would you know that by taste and smell?
Well, as much as you don't want me to be a guard, I am still a guard. I'm still trained to identify this stuff. It is not wood shavings. That man over there, his whittling has nothing to do with that pile of white right there.
All right. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. And Zone of Truth goes up. And I need everybody here to make...
Oh boy.
What is it? Charisma saving throw.
Okay.
And I can know whether or not you succeed or fail. Sorry.
What is your spell save DC, by the way?
My spell save DC is a 15.
A 15. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is to see if we're lying or not.
So, Zone of Truth. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there makes a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether a creature succeeds or fails this save. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive yet must be truthful. So this is the zone that we are all placed under. So the only NPC that made Their save is the guard.
That bitch. Okay. So, I know Alex failed. Was there anybody else that failed or succeeded?
I succeeded.
Okay.
I failed.
Ubelio, I don't know what the item that you gave me.
Uh-huh.
I guess I'm a little confused as to whether or not that protects me or not.
Let's see. I'm checking right now. I would say you can. I'm gonna type something to you here.
That's perfect.
That's gonna
Yes.
be
Perfect.
right. So, pardon my typing here.
That's all right. Just make it super awesome.
It's ASMR. Do not worry.
Yeah, I'm not saying I failed or succeeded, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, in this scenario, it's like the perfect thing of like for the future.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Perfect. Yeah, I succeeded.
Okay.
Well, I can tell who succeeded, which would
Oh,
be
jeez.
Cinder, the guard, and the Ashen one.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I am going to look to the goblin.
Oh,
Mr.
brother.
Steve.
Yeah.
Answer truthfully. Funnily enough, that's all you can really do here. Do you have drugs on you?
Do I have drugs on me?
Yes, and if you avoid the question, that is a yes in and of itself. Do you have drugs?
Do I have drugs?
Do you have drugs?
I mean, I don't have that drug on me. That's not the drug I got on me.
Okay, perfect. Great answer. Man with the scythe. Do you have drugs on you?
No.
Great. Mr. Soot in the air. Do you have drugs on you?
Not currently.
Great. I cannot ask these 3 people because they have resisted, which concerning that you would resist this.
Sorry, not sorry.
Is that what that
Fair enough.
was?
Can I say? And then I'm going to look to the nobles. Hello.
Yes.
Do you have drugs on you?
I do not have any drugs on me, no.
I'm going to turn to his companion. Do you have drugs on you?
You're funny.
I know. Answer the question.
No, I'm not going to answer the question. I don't want to.
Okay. All right. And then I'll look to the owl. Do you have drugs on you?
Who?
You.
What drugs?
The drugs that this was dropped here. Do you have them on you?
I don't think I have any drugs on me.
That is a good answer. I think we know who is the problem here. Like, I do not think there is any more investigating to do.
Madam, I must warn you, if you plan to implicate me or my companion, your time in the administration district or in Seaglass City, the nobility district, it will be very difficult for you if one of us is implicated.
That's really funny because I quite literally do not care about your Seaglass City. I do not care about your nobility status. You probably sold drugs to get to the position you are in.
Sold drugs?
You are not a true noble.
I am simply... This is a man who needs medication. We are not drug sellers. I'm still in this zone, aren't I? Can you hear the truth in my voice? We don't sell drugs.
Then what do you do with the drugs?
Oh my goodness. Like any good healthcare professional would. It's a medication.
Medication for what?
It is to help with problems of the mental variety.
But he is still doing drugs and dropping the drugs, and it's
Oh
gotten
my goodness.
all of us in trouble. I am just trying to move on with my day. I have places to be, people to see.
Well, at this point, I say we just vote for whoever we want. And at that point, we'll just all go to jail. How about that? Does that sound fun for everyone? Why not you vote for someone who's just a scummy little goblin? That
Right. Now we are bringing racism back into the conversation, and I am going to point at his companion. The obvious person doing drugs here. I'm pointing at that motherfucker.
I'm also pointing at that motherfucker.
Yeah, it doesn't much matter though. It's not the game we're playing, right? Because his buddy's not going to point a finger at him.
I mean,
Are you?
hey, God, buddy. I mean, can we just make those two guys like the fall guys? I mean, it's a majority vote, right? I mean, you said that it was just like a vote of we don't all have to vote for the one person because the one person who we're voting for, he's not gonna vote for himself, right? Guy's like, yeah, it's just a majority vote. I mean, 5 votes will do it.
Well then, simplifies the matter. How about the rest of you? Who do you vote off the raft or island or whatever the expression goes?
What? Sorry, who are we blaming? Oh, that guy? Yeah, sure.
Sniffing the waste powder.
Cool. Yep, that one. Go back to whittling.
I mean, I like you folks, but I don't want to cross that guy. I'm gonna abstain from voting.
I'm going to look towards Vel and just be like, are we supposed to point? And I'm going to point the finger at myself. We're pointing again.
No, you should point at the one who you think has the drugs. I don't think, unless you're trying to confess. If you're trying to confess, that's fine. But what are you trying to do?
Confess? No, and I'm kind of just looking at my finger while I think, well, whatever my brain says thinking is, but just kind of I am not confessing to having drugs. I do not do drugs. But
Kieran.
I
Kieran, Town. I'm just gonna reach up and I'm gonna grab your index finger by pinching it and just drag it towards the guy.
but they could be useful. I need access to get into certain archives, certain bookstores for my research. I don't want to vote for them.
I don't think you no matter how this plays out, we're not going to end up on top.
Well, eventually we will once the flood is done and we go back up and exit Seagate. We'll reach the top.
No, that's... You said those drugs help out with mental conditions?
Yes, sir, that is true.
Okay. No. I'm gonna look over at Cyrus and say, I think he's the only one that also has the right idea of what's going on right now. This is just more Terakari fun politics.
So
I want to turn to Castor real quick.
Okay.
Is the Zone of Truth still up?
Yes. We'll say yes for this, yeah.
Okay. Castor, what are you on right now?
Well, I'm on an elevator.
Right. And
I'm on I think I'm on. Am I in the water? And am I on the water? Am I on
I think it would help to be a little bit more specific with your question.
the
I'll get there.
water?
Would you be devastated if we sent you to jail?
If you send me to jail, you're gonna regret it. It's gonna be really bad for you, dear. Oh my.
I'm not asking about me though. I'm asking about you.
Oh.
How much of an issue would that cause you?
Not much.
Okay. What about your friend? Same thing?
As you turn to Reginald, he says, "Sir, it is immaterial what it means to us. What it means to you should be of your utmost concern."
All right. I'm going to turn and go back to the guard.
Mhm.
Is there like a railing or anything that he was leaning up against?
There is no railing.
It's just the dome.
It is just a thin pane of air that separates you from the water that is getting darker and darker as you go down. And actually, at this moment, you can start to see dim lights beneath you as the chains clink, 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 clink away. Are you folks ready to vote for who's going to jail?
I already voted. You have my
Okay.
vote?
I've got
I
your
voted.
vote. You've got your vote. Tall, dark, and weird. Do I have your vote? And he looks at the ashen one.
I'm going to vote for the only person I investigated. I'm gonna point at the goblin.
Okay. All right, fish boy, you.
You can see the knuckles around the shaft of his axe like go white for a second, and then he kind of lets out a breath. Yes, I vote for the same one everyone else is voting for.
I mean, except for him.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, your vote's just as good as anybody else's. Don't get your gills up in a tussle about it. So you, sir, and he gestures towards Cyrus. Do you have a vote?
I'm making up my mind. You have to understand we're rather slow to think about things in Ironside. Get back to me here.
All right. Okay. Mr. Owl, I mean, I heard from Mr. Goblin. Mr. Owl, are you voting? Who, me? No, this is all rather academic. I don't think I'll be incurring anyone's wrath today. I would much rather go to jail and just avoid a conflict with the Leoncors. Yes, okay. And Reginald says, have you noticed that the actual inhabitants of Seagate that are with us have declined to put themselves in the line of fire? Maybe there's some wisdom in that.
Do you hear that, Val? I am wise.
You sure are. Sure are, friend.
Sounds like you're leading by fear and not the word escapes me.
You are unwise.
No. It's just a disappointment that you lead by fear and not with the kindness of your dead cold heart.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about uh these fine gentlemen,
Reginald and Castor.
if that is their names, yes.
Your caster just say, "Don't wear it out, Tall."
Well, does that complete our little fun side activity?
Well, I guess you're all gonna be going to jail when we get to the bottom of the elevator here because we do not have a majority vote at the moment. The guard just says,
Ugh.
we got a few more minutes here. Maybe y'all can come up with a majority vote because I don't really want to take all of you to jail. That sounds like a lot of paperwork.
Wait a minute. So I have a question. So you're trying to tell me that if we do not have a majority vote, then everyone goes to jail?
All 9 of you.
Well, what's the expression? That's no skin off of my teeth. And it seems either way, our lovely noblemen are going to go to jail as well. So either way, gentlemen, you're going to jail.
Oh, geez. Y'all are killing. Buddy, can you stop pointing your finger at me and point it at that guy? I mean, just get it taken care of here. Come on. And he reaches up and pushes the Ashen One's finger over to point at Castor.
The moment the goblin reaches out to touch the Ashen One, my scythe comes out and just meets his hand.
Whoa! Come on, let's be reasonable here.
And I'll just slowly retract it back and just go back to whittling.
I mean, you guys seem real close. I mean, that's sweet and everything, but you got the wrong guy. Come on.
Could we say that whoever had drugs jumped out of the bubble?
I mean, that guy probably jumped out at one point and then he came back in, right?
I don't understand.
I mean, he probably did that.
And I'm just going to kind of stand back up and just like try to figure out what he's saying and just kind of sit there in thought for a while, tapping at my chin.
Okay.
Has Cyrus voted? Okay.
Also, I just want to put out there as well that Al said that he's willing to go to jail, so that's always an option.
So we're waiting on myself, Reginald, and Castor.
I mean, buddy, if you guys can change your votes around if you want, just figure it out and say, yeah, this is the one person. You don't have, if you vote now and you change your mind, it doesn't make a difference to me. The lady got it right. I'm not even really a guard, right? Okay, whatever. But just figure out who it is that we're going to blame, and that person will be going to jail. So just figure it out. Come on. I just don't want to.
Can I roll or do an insight to see if this person's actually even is a guard or if they're just wearing some armor?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone can.
Now I'm wondering.
On that. You can absolutely. I mean, he's still in the zone of truth.
Oh, that
But
also
he
helps.
succeeded.
Oh, well.
He did.
So I got a
succeeded,
5.
though.
He succeeded against the roll. That's true. He's.
I got a natural 20
Oh,
on my
20.
insight for 23.
So this guy is so over the idea of having to do paperwork to process people into going to jail that he desperately just wants you to vote for one person. He is purely selfishly motivated.
This motherfucker.
You can probably even tell that his frustration with this law is probably greater than yours. Like, your annoyance at it is not matching his level of annoyance with this law.
Friends, I have a bit of a question for you.
Yes.
You don't seem rather pleased about this entire situation. I don't think anyone here is pleased about this entire situation unless I'm speaking for others. Well, anyways, would it not be possible to make some sort of appeal to law enforcement or whoever makes these sorts of calls, explain the situation, and also maybe even just bring up the fact that this rule is rather pointless, stupid, dumb? Maybe we could try and change it instead of just capitulating and throwing some poor fool to just make them a sacrificial offering.
I mean, if you wanted to, if we have to put somebody in jail, and then that person would have to appeal the process. They'd have to get their case put in front of a magistrate, but they're going to be spending time in jail while this all gets processed. It's not like if you contest this in some way, it's not just going to go away. It's going to be like weeks and weeks of time are going to go by before like you get seen by a magistrate.
Unless, of course, you're some sort of mover and shaker in a city who has all of this influence and weight behind them and can pull a couple strings and get out of there within a few hours.
I mean, anything's possible.
Seems like the folks who are going to have the less to lose from the situation are those two right over there.
Hey, lady, you got the right idea.
I usually do. Unless I don't, but you know.
I mean, just get this nice tall fella to point his finger over there, and we're good.
Well, I don't want to touch his finger because I want to keep mine.
I mean, maybe Mr. Blue, sir, you could invite your friends to point his finger.
And hold on, what about you over there? The one who's been all quiet in the corner.
Who?
No, not you. Not you. You're fine. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, yes.
No, not you.
I take offense to that if I were you, sir.
I've been called worse. Okay.
But you have.
And with that, Cinder will point her finger over at Cyrus, who I don't think they've formally been introduced yet. So, yeah. Do you have a vote? Going to help us out here, or are you just going to stand there and not do anything?
Yeah, I was thinking of trying to keep myself as uninvolved as possible. Seems like that's not really particularly likely. Ma'am, I think you said your name was Violet?
Violet with one V.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind coming here, just giving me a moment of your time real quick?
I am here.
Okay. So I'm going to whisper down to Violet. Drop your spell, and I'm going to talk you guys out of here.
Insight check.
So make your insight roll B, and then Alex, you can either choose persuasion or deception. Don't tell anyone what you're choosing, but roll either persuasion or deception in order to convince Violet to actually drop the spell. And Violet, what did you roll on your insight?
Did I tell you out loud?
Yes.
18 for me.
I have to count on my fingers. Hold on.
It's okay, guys. We're professional D&D players.
24.
24. All right. So, Cyrus, are you? I mean, are your intentions honorable with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I will drop my spell then.
So the spell drops. How far away from the landing, I suppose, are we?
You're probably within 10 feet of the edge of the circular platform.
I mean, like from touchdown.
Oh,
Sorry.
good question. You're actually coming into view. There's bright yellow light below you, and you start to see the outline of gelatinous shapes emitting a great amount of light. And you're probably about 50 feet away from the top of the dome.
Okay. I'll turn my back to Violet, flip the guard bird. Apparently, I should have listened to you when you told me to close my eyes. Fell, bumped my head, dropped my shit. So congratulations. And in order to spare these innocent people, I shall serve my time behind your lovely bars. May we continue now? Vote if you would, please.
Immediately, the owl, the goblin, the two nobles all point their fingers at Cyrus and they say, "Yep." Does anyone else point their finger at Cyrus other than, I'm assuming Cyrus is pointing at himself?
I suppose I would, because he said things to me in my ears.
Okay.
Cinder just looks dumbstruck, very confused, not sure what the heck is happening, not pointing her finger in any direction.
The guard looks at the three of you who have not voted and says, "I just need you to vote for someone. Doesn't have to be anyone in particular. I just need you to vote." Ashen One, have you stopped pointing at the goblin, or are you still pointing at the goblin?
I've not even lowered my hand. I've been pointing at him straight the whole time.
So Vel and Cinder, the guard is looking at the two of you, waiting for you to point at someone.
Vel's going to look up and see that there's now new fingers being pointed at a new person. Vel's going to be like, "Oh, yeah, sure." And then he's going to point at that one and then go back to whittling.
Okay.
I think I'm going to abstain from voting because I'm not sure what's happening, but it does not seem on the up and up.
All right. The guard hands Cyrus some shackles and says, "If you would be so kind, please."
Of course.
And I'm assuming that he's going to help you latch them up, and you are now firmly shackled. And with that, we are going to take our first break. We will be back in about 10 minutes with the rest of our stream. Thank you very much for joining us, hanging out with us, and we will be back in just a short little break. Thank you very much.
Woot woot.
Woo!
Pizza time.
All right. Thank you very much for hanging with us. We are back from our break, and let's make sure we're all unmuted here. So, you guys have just selected a scapegoat, as it were, someone to take the fall for some illicit materials coming into the city of Seagate. And speaking of coming into the city of Seagate, you've made it just in time to breach through the bubble barrier, and amidst this platform, this elevator that you have been traveling down, you now see rising above you gigantic jellyfish that are glowing yellow, And
Lovely.
they are like, you can see several, and you kind of like look across the it's almost like a flat plane almost, but it's just barely curved. You can see barely the curvature of this dome. It stretches out miles in every direction, and about 500 feet directly down is the city of Seagate. And as the elevator breaches through the dome, you get clear of it, and the small dome that the elevator has flutters off. The guard turns off the dome, and you're just in the air of the dome of Seagate now. And coming down, you see to the north, you see farmlands, and bathed in what looks like almost sunlight. These jellyfish glow with a tremendous yellow light. You see almost like a castle rising up. It's a collection of homes, buildings, and the yellow light shimmers off of the sea glass city. This nobility district is almost directly below you, and it glimmers, like it shimmers in the light as the sea glass that is part of the structure, part of the architecture, glints back at you. And to the west, you hear the Owlkin fellow say, that is my district, the university district. So beautiful. And it looks pretty plain compared to the Sea Glass City, but it does have some very nice like atriums and like concourses, nice, well manicured lawns. And to the south, you see what looks like is probably the trade district, because there are docks, there are it looks like many tents that have like just an array of beautiful colors, some tattered more than others. And beyond the docks, instead of water, you see that beyond the docks there is there's like dirt and mud areas that have huts and other structures, and it goes out, the bubble kind of goes out very far into this area that seems like it normally would have water, but because this bubble dome is in place, it's left this area without water for the time being. And you hear a small voice say, "Hey everybody, welcome to Seagate." Now, Cyrus, give me a little bit of information as far as like how you are handling your capture and your impending incarceration.
Depends on what the guard is doing. I know that I'm manacled at the moment. How close of an eye is he keeping on me, and where is he in proximity to me?
So the guard has just switched off the projector that is responsible for the dome around the elevator, and he's eyeballing you. And he walks away. He starts walking away from you, stepping away from you, and he gets to the edge of the elevator, and he pulls something out of his pocket, and he grips it in one hand and quickly yanks his other hand away from it and tosses a small red flare as it falls down to the ground. And he says, "That's your date with destiny, sir."
So he's a ways off from me then.
Yes, I would say probably about 40 feet away.
Okay. So I've turned back to Reginald and Castor, and with my hands as they are in front of me, and more so Reginald now because he's sober enough to understand. But I trust you and I have an understanding of this mutual illusion we're participating in right now.
Sir, I understand what expediency you are providing here, but do not mistake my acknowledgement of that as some sort of hand wave for almost imperiling my partner.
Wasn't going after your partner. That being said, the only reason neither of you are going, I'm not asking for too much. All right. But let's see how quick we can get over it. And then you can consider me in your debt.
I accept your terms.
I figured you would. You seem like a savvy businessman.
Hey, we're all businessmen here. I mean, buddy, you totally like hooked me up here. I can't express how grateful I am for you taking the fall. You're a great fall guy. I mean, I knew you'd be super useful.
Oh, I'm sure you did, Stephen. God smile upon you and your bright future. I'll look you up.
Oh, you better believe it. I can't wait. We're going to do great things together, buddy.
Oh, I know.
So as you slowly descend, as you look down, you notice that you're going to be landing in what is called the administration district. And even now, maybe about 200 feet above the ground now, you see a large gathering of guards.
Is that normal? Cinder says as she's kind of gesturing to the guard who is on our lovely little raft to the gathering below.
Yeah, I mean, this is just what happens when I mean that I wasn't the signal that I sent. Everybody's coming to see what the hullabaloo is, and I mean, hey, I'm a happy camper. We've got our suspect. We're going to be hauling him off to jail. We're going to take care of things there, and I don't have to do a whole bunch of paperwork. It's great.
Yes, it's a great sign to be a god when you don't have to uphold justice whatsoever.
Oh, my goodness. Well, this is justice, whether you like it or not.
You have an odd definition of it, but I'm not going to press the matter any further.
The owl says, well, it was nice getting to know some of you, but I feel our time is coming to a close here. I suppose if you ever want to look me up, I am the head of the culinary school in the university district.
Well, I
Well,
wish you well.
yes, farewell. And he just turns and flaps off, still about 100 feet above the ground. He just takes off and glides down towards the university district. Well, I should probably be making myself scarce, buddy. What was your name again, buddy?
Cyrus.
Cyrus, I owe you a big old favor, but I can't really pay it off right now, right here. I'm gonna be going real soon. Yeah, and he definitely is edging closer to the edge of the elevator, and as he walks, you see his coat just does not move in sync with his steps. There's definitely quite a bit of something he's carrying. But anyway, it was real nice meeting you fine folks. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later. And as the elevator comes to a rest about 2 feet off of the ground, he jumps off and takes off. And the guard pays no mind to him. All right, well, I suppose the rest of you are free to go. You, sir, are going to be coming with me and these guards here. And he walks up and grabs the chain that is connecting the shackles of your wrist shackles and starts pulling you towards the group of waiting guards.
I'm heading along with.
Okay. So as they leave, we find the 4 of you, the remaining 4, standing on the elevator, and we are in the middle of the administration district. The cobble streets are not quite as shiny and pristine as the nobility district, but there is an air of like briskness with the step that most people are walking. You see people walking back and forth, a few horse-drawn carriages here and there, but not many, just 1 or 2. And you hear the hustle and bustle of the administration district as you stand on the elevator.
Is Reginald and Castor still there, or did they head out?
They are still there. It looks like Reginald is leaning towards Castor, saying something out of earshot of you.
I want to walk over to them and I want to ask him, excuse me, you seem very well versed with the citizens of this town. Are you familiar with Morgan Ramel?
Malgan Ramel. I've heard that name before. It has been some time. He likes to make expeditions to the ruins. So you can probably find him at the spelunking school over in the university district. He seems to run those little excursions of his from there. Wouldn't you say that's right, Castor? Castor is completely unconscious at the moment.
That will do it. I'm going to also ask, do you know the best ways to travel there and how travel works in this town?
Well, if you can afford an escort or a carriage, I suppose you could do that. Some people walk. The university district is about an hour's walk to the west. I suppose you wouldn't be able to afford a carriage, but if you could, there are a few out for hire.
How much?
Well, I suppose out there they might be 100 gold. I don't know. I don't buy public transportation very often.
Thank you. And I'm going to walk back to Vel and just kind of tell him all of that same information.
As you do that, Reginald lightly nudges Castor, who stirs. He says, "Come along, Castor. It's time for some more medicine, I suppose." And they stumble off to the east.
Violet is just kind of standing there, just looking around. First time here, doesn't know where she's going. Just her hair a little bit to cover her little stubs of horns. Takes a long look at Cinder. Just looking.
Do you have something on your mind? You're making me a bit uncomfortable.
Apologies, I was just admiring
Admiring what?
your ability to be so bold.
It's got me not very far, it would seem. But I think you did quite well as well. That spell came in a lot of handy.
The distraction helped. Well, the distraction helped distract me from the fact that we were thousands of feet up into the air.
Oddly, that makes a lot of sense. I do understand. And try not to think too much about, the thousands of pounds of water above us that could just crush us in an instant in case this dome would fall. Definitely not trying to think about that.
Okay, you're just waking another anxiety inside of me. Thank you. Have you been here before?
I've not been here before, no. Have you?
No, I do not know where I'm going. All I
I
have
have-
is this paper.
All I have is a paper as well, and I have no clue where to find this Mulgrim.
Oh,
Suppose he's around here somewhere. It's not too large of a city. Can't be too hard to find him.
you are looking for the same person that I am.
Oh. What business do you have with him?
Well, he has some information that he's lately teased me with, and I need to know the answers.
Oh.
Forgive me, I do not. I've just met you, and the whole kerfuffle on the elevator has been putting me off a little bit. So have preferred to keep my information to other people light right now.
Oh, that is quite understanding. Also, my name's Cinda. Nice to meet you. She
Uh,
extends a hand.
Highlights. I take it. Shake it.
Lovely.
It's a pleasure.
As with you. Hopefully we can find this Mogrim without too much trouble.
I mean, we could simply just ask people around. I mean, if this person is as bold as he is to come find me where I was to give me a note, um, then he's got to have a name. If I'm making any sense, I'm still like.
No, honey, you're fine. Honestly, he must have something. He must have some sort of reputation about him. Otherwise,
Yes,
I don't think he could have
exactly.
found me in the odd little corner I was in. So we just need to, as you said, ask around.
Are there people in the street?
There are some people going by left and right. Now, I believe the Ashen One has said something about this person.
I was
too.
actually waiting for the right moment to step in.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna walk overhearing that name, and just be like, "Did you say you're looking for Morgan Ramel?"
Yes, we are.
Vel and I are also looking for Morgan Ramel. I have heard that he can be found in the University District at the School of Spelunking and Exploring.
Oh, is that what you were talking to that asshole about?
I was not talking to somebody's posterior, but
You, I was going to say you know what I mean, but I'm not sure if you do. So, all right. So that man you're talking about too.
yes.
All right. Well, so we all just happen to be looking for the same person. Interesting.
Yes.
That does make me wonder if our I was gonna say companion, but that wouldn't be right. Silly me. Our I was going to say friend too. The company we had on the elevator that just got taken away. I was wondering if he possibly was also looking for the same person, because I'm starting to see a pattern. Maybe the goblin was as well. Maybe the owl was as well. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, the owl took off flying in that direction over there, so seemed like he knew where he was going.
Maybe we go that way too?
I think he was going to some sort of school.
Yes, the university district is to the west.
Well then.
So as you look off to the west, you see a street leading basically in the direction that you're hoping to travel. Can we double check, just make sure that Nick is unmuted? I think he may have been muted for a minute or something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm not hearing him at the moment. So we might be having a little bit of a technical issue there. I heard him a little bit earlier, but we'll continue to work on that. Let's see. While Nick is working on that, Cyrus, you are being led to the jail of the administration district.
Mm-hmm.
And you're brought, the guardsman's like, all right, come on in. And you're brought into this building with several stone cells, as well as like a common area like cell that is just metal bars. It's kind of like a holding area rather than like a permanent spot. And he says, all right, I'm going to need your full name, sir.
Do you have paper and ink?
Yes, I do. It's right here. And he brings you in front of a desk.
Perfect. Is he holding on to the quill currently?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you know how to spell.
Yes, sir. I've been trained.
Well, I am impressed. That makes one of us. Cyrus Eldamar.
Cyrus is there an R in that? Eldermar or Eldamar?
Might be. I don't know. Figure it out.
Okay. Have you been incarcerated recently before?
In Seagate?
Anywhere, sir. I mean, you're here, right?
Yes.
I just want to know if you've been in prison recently.
Perhaps.
Okay. Come with me. I'm going to need to get you put into a cell here. And he brings you to the corner cell, and there's a dark shadow in this cell. There's only a tiny little bit of sunlight, a little bit of fish light coming through the window. And he opens the door and shoves you in and says, "We'll be with you shortly." And he slams the gate and walks off.
You guys have me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Awesome. Perfect.
I'm still manacled, correct?
You are still manacled. That is correct.
Okay. Okay. But I have all my stuff.
You do have all of your stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and immediately begin working on these manacles.
Okay.
Seeing if I can't do something about that real quick.
Okay.
That sleight of hands for you.
Okay.
19.
A 19. You rustle into your pocket with one of your hands, and like your manacles twist a little bit, and there's just like a single click, and the manacles fall off of your hands.
Okay.
And from the shadows, you hear, that is quite the skill you have there, sir.
Not quite as impressive as hiding from me in the dark when I can see in the goddamn dark. And I'm a pretty surprised look over my shoulder. Well, let me pick up the manacles real quick, and then
Okay.
but then turn and look back at my friend.
Okay. So out of the shadow, it's not really a shadow. It is just a very, very large Yuan-Ti that looks extremely physically imposing. He has tattoos covering his body. And he says, seems like you could maybe use a friend if you could get us out of here. I could get to wherever you need to go.
How would you know where I might need to go?
We're all going somewhere, aren't we, friend?
Maybe.
If you want to be here, you feel free to be here, but out there's a lot nicer.
Well, I'm sure it is, and I was planning on heading that way myself. I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve. How exactly might you light the way for me, my friend?
Just sit back for a moment. He walks up to the gate and looks towards the guard station, and he says, maybe you can take a crack at that window over there, and I'll just keep my eye out for anyone who comes over.
Do I think he'd fit through the window?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 15.
Not at first glance.
Yeah. Okay. Would I?
Yes.
Okay.
With a little bit of work.
Right. So, okay. I'm going to register that, but not really, respond to it. All right. I'll see what I can do. I was planning on walking right out the front door, but I suppose if we have to be sneaky about it, I can do that. And I do want to take a look at this window, see, what is it? Is it paned? Is it barred? XYZ?
It is a simple barred window, and looking out, there is a courtyard that seems to be pretty lush. Plenty of bushes, plants, a few trees. Seems like a decent amount of cover if you were to be able to get out there.
Yeah, if I were, with my massive muscles, I'll just rip this window out. I'm going to... Oh, shit. I'm going to take a look at the joints, or not the joints, but the where the bars are like sunk into the stone frame of the window. I want to see if, is it rusty? Are any of them, or is there already any cracking, fracturing on any one or two or anything like that?
Make a masonry check. I mean, Make an investigation check.
Oh no, that's dog. Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay. All right. So it seems like it's pretty well constructed. There's not a whole lot of give to the mortar that's holding the bars in place.
Okay. I'm gonna step back down from the window and back to my UNT cellmate. Yeah, I mean, judging by the size of you and the state of those bars, I'd say it'd be a pretty easy job for you to get those things out. We'll be out real quick after that.
I suppose if you want something done right. Disappointing. He walks over to the bars and he grips one of the bars and he says, I was really hoping not to have to exert myself. And his muscles ripple kind of like in a shimmering pattern that you're not really sure what kind of musculature he has. Give me a quick history check on your knowledge of Yuan-Ti musculature, please.
19.
Well,
Nice.
Why?
Very
Nice.
familiar with that.
I'd like to roll a hands-on check, please.
there is an interesting backstory behind this role now, and I want to know what.
Just flashback to like him next to Forrest Gump in the park, being like, "So the Yuan-Ti have a
You realize that your initial evaluation of whether he would be able to get through the bars the way that you could, you were way off. And he begins flexing his muscles, and you hear just the tiniest of pebbles landing on the cell floor. And he gets both of his feet up on the wall. And he pulls hard, and one of the bars bends about 3 inches. And he falls to the ground. And he says, maybe you can work with that.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Better than nothing. Don't know what I'm missing here. I'll go look at the window again now that it's been bent.
Mm-hmm. There's a chunk of rock that looks like it might be able to be loosened. Can I have you make an attack roll on it?
Yeah. I'm going to use the butt of my rapier so I don't mess the blade up.
Okay.
19.
A chunk flies out of the wall, large enough that it looks like you should be able to squeeze through. And you hear off in the hallway, what the hell was that?
I'm going to step back, kick the chunk of rock. Is there like a bed or any like a bunk or anything in this cell?
There's a bench.
Okay, I'm going to kick the chunk of rock under the bench, sit down on the bench, and then if as I assume as the guardsman is coming up,
Mhm.
I'm going to cast minor illusion to make the window look as if it is the way it ought to be.
Okay. The guard comes to the door. Your new Yuan-Ti friend has sat down on the bench as well. The guard opens the gate and says, "Does one of you want to tell me what just happened?"
Small disagreement about the accoutrements. My apologies.
Make a deception roll.
Okay. Ha! Yeah. Yeah, that's the second natural one of the session.
Ooh.
Fucking hell, man.
The guard comes in and just looks at the window, and like he just waves his hand through the illusion that you've just cast, and he's like, "You've got some nerve, buddy." And he's like, where did your shackles go?
I'm going to reach into my pocket, into my pouch, pull out a pinch of blue sand, and cast color spray in his face.
Okay.
60-10. Yes. Oh, God. I don't have enough.
What is your spell save DC for this?
Color spray is not a DC.
Oh.
Damn, what was the number? 16, 21, 29. So if he has 29 hit points or less, he's blind. Oh. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you are right. Okay. So he clutches his eyes and he just says, ah! And he falls down on the ground. And you notice that with all of the guards that actually escorted you to the prison, it seems like he's the only one that's actually on duty guarding the prison.
Yeah.
And the Yuan-Ti looks through the open door down the hall, is like, looks like it's time to go.
Onwards.
And as you run out, the front door is the only door that is currently locked. So I will need you to make a sleight of hand to pick this lock.
Okay. These dice are all cursed. That is 26.
That lock pops open immediately.
Sweet.
And the two of you slip out before any other guards are notified. After getting maybe like several blocks away, he says, "So, where are you going?"
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I'll pull the note back up out of my smock, but I got a note from a gentleman, and I'm gonna find this where this gentleman is.
He looks at the note and smells it by licking it.
Oh yeah.
And he says, You're going to want to go to the university district to find the person who wrote this. If you're ever in the shallows, come look me up. My name is Mickey Two Fins.
Well, Mr. Fins, it certainly has been a pleasure doing business with you today.
Stay out of trouble.
Probably not.
Same. And he runs off.
I'll head towards the general direction of the university district.
So, Cyrus, you see a group of 4 familiar faces, the backs of their heads as you are approaching the university district.
You 4 describe your arrangement. What is your marching order?
This feels like a trap.
I have one more spell slot.
I would probably be on the most outer side, like standing next to you, Cinder.
Then I'll probably be middle-ish.
What do you think, Val? You think we're
Holding
standing
hands.
kind of? Well,
Sorry.
I think Vel would probably be in the front just because Vel has a natural tendency to where he walks through a crowd, the crowd likes to separate around him.
Okay, stop horror farming.
just Fonk in the background going.
Bro.
I will be right next to him.
Okay, so I'll see them, and I'm not gonna run, but I'll match pace, catch up to them, and just kind of sidle right in and keep kind of pace right next to Violet. Although I don't think I know her name yet, but so I'm just gonna kind of just slide in, and I'm not even gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna now be walking alongside, and we'll see how long it takes everybody to notice.
So
I
you
have
guys,
15 passive perception. Would I notice?
oh yeah, you notice that there's someone walking next to you. I'm sure that after a double take, you realize exactly who it is.
I feel like Violet would do that one thing where it's like, oh shit, somebody's right next to me. Fuck, oh my god. And then like look over slightly, and that's when the double take. Oh, you solved your problem?
I did know my way or two around a jail cell, so all in good time, right? Glad to see you guys have found yourselves heading one way or another. Looks like I'm heading that way too. Appreciate you guys stopping to come bail me out of jail.
Well, to be fair, I don't even know what the jail is. And honestly, if you could get out of that jail in less than the amount of time we were bickering about what to do about that entire situation, you should have just said so.
I didn't want to give the game up. Besides, then they might have had more guards. Don't want to make it easy on them. Besides, I'm just busting your chops. It's fine. I've been in and out. I'm kidding here. You're fine. I don't even know your names. I don't actually expect y'all to drop coin on me. And then I'm going to look down at Violet, and I'll extend my hand. Cyrus, by the way, ma'am.
Violet. Everybody loves shaking hands here. Interesting.
Violet's got her violet eyes. It's appropriate. Ma'am with the wings, impressive. Again, Cyrus.
You can call me Cinda, and she'll also do a handshake, as one does.
Have Vel and the Ashen One taken note?
I would say so. I guess really what comes down to is, do we care enough to turn around?
Do I give a fuck about you?
No.
I mean, I think you would have to probably get our attention. I think Vel would hear it and just be like, I don't fucking care. And then Ashen would obviously just not register it, but hear it.
makes a certain amount of sense. And yeah, assuming that I kind of figured that was going to be along the lines, and I will, as we're walking, I'm gonna just put another minor illusion in front of Vel and the Ashen One of my smiling face. Cyrus Eldamar, pleased to meet you, and then the illusion's going to drop.
So forwards.
Vel's gonna turn around. It's a pleasure, and I do appreciate what you did back there.
Yeah, practical business decision, but still stupid, right?
Tarakari, right?
I don't know. I know a little bit about your kind, but I don't know. I don't know what that one means.
It's all good, and I'll turn around and just keep walking in the general direction where I don't even know where I'm walking. I'm just walking in general direction.
West.
Going
Ashen one is just gonna, like, even though the illusion disappeared, it's just gonna look forward and offer their hand out and just shake the air, just like, Ashen one.
This one has a fantastic sense of humor. All right.
I'm also gonna, like, see, as people are walking by and there's like couples and stuff and like people just holding hands. Me trying to be a normal person, I'm just gonna reach over and like waffle my fingers into Belle's hand as they're walking next to each other.
Vel's just gonna pull my hand away and just slap you on the forehead. Like, stop being weird.
But everybody else is doing it. Is this not normal behavior?
Ash, it's one thing that you need to remember if you truly want to be more like Valkyrie is we do not assimilate. We do not do what they do.
So I cannot touch you.
Well, I mean, for a lot of other reasons than that, no. I mean, there's reasons. Okay, Ash,
Creatures are so weird.
yes, they are. Let's just assume that if you see one of the Tarakari doing something, it's probably wrong because it probably is.
Racism all around. Okay.
Wow.
I believe that you can learn something from many cultures and many ways of doing things. I do not think that there is one wrong way or one right way. But touching your hand is wrong?
Well, it's all dependent. The only time we typically hold hands is in dancing.
We have danced?
Well, no, not we. You know what pronouns are, right?
I am pro noun. I am pro everything.
Oh, jeez, Louise, Ash. Ash, I seriously do not tell if you're fucking with me half the time.
We have not copulated.
So as Vel wonders wonders about the Ashen One, your trip into the university district, you walk briefly through the nobility district, and actually it's through a series of bridged overhangs that connects the administration district to the university district. So if you were Sea Glass City, or the Nobility District, is like overhead, and you see like bits and pieces of the architecture that has this just amazingly luminescent, lustrous look to it. And these paths under these bridges leads to an open area, and it very much feels like a campus of some sort, where there are young people spending their time on like the grass, between like on benches, under trees. Some of them are throwing like discs around, they're throwing balls around, like they're having some recreation, but also many of them are walking between building and building. And you see several buildings kind of in this atrium area, and there are a few people that are not just keeping to themselves, but actually trying to get the attention of people walking by. And you hear one of them saying, basket weaving, underwater basket weaving is the wave of the future. If you come and learn how to do it, you can make tons and tons of money. It's amazing what you can do with underwater basket weaving. And there's not really too many people listening to this person. But most everyone else seems to be quite busy tending to their own interests and not really paying much mind to this person.
Basket weaving sounds interesting and fun.
It really is, ma'am. Would you like to come and take a look at the basket weaving program that we have here? It's not technically related to the university itself, but if you learn how to do it, you can make tons and tons of money. Everyone loves buying baskets, and if you're underwater while you're doing it, it really reinforces the fibers, and it gives a really nice sheen to it. And every time you sell a basket, you get to keep some of the commission for yourself.
Do you have like a pamphlet I could take? I'm in a bit of a rush, and I would like to come back to this.
Yeah, we sure do. And he actually hands you a bit of woven like material. It's obvious that it's a chunk of basket, that it's like, it's like
Okay.
there's like writing on it, and it just says Jarvis Gondel, basket weaver extraordinary. He says, if you ever need me, just ask for me around here. Everyone knows where to find me.
Right. Of course. Thank you so much. I will be on my way. Have a very lovely basket weaving full day.
Well, of course. Is there anything I can help you out with? Maybe if we combine forces, you could learn how to basket weave and sell the baskets, and I could help you do whatever you're doing today.
I'm so sorry. We are in a bit of a rush. I'm sure Violet will return if she wants to do that.
I
But we do need
suppose.
to get going.
All right. Well,
Yes, I really do appreciate your offer. I'm going to like Violet's gonna like hurry away.
okay.
Violet, you're not supposed to make eye contact when people are trying to hawk their services or wares.
Honestly, I did not even make eye contact. I just made a small comment. I didn't think he was
Oh.
going to hear me.
Well, that one has ears like a bat then. Duly noted.
Suppose.
You hear off in the distance, I'm really good at basket weaving too.
Oh god. I'm uncomfortable. Can we please hurry?
I'm hurrying as much as I can.
On the back of the bit of, are you still holding on to that bit of basket weaving that was given to you, Violet?
Yes, because I feel like if I drop it while he's in eyesight, he's gonna like come chase after me.
So
Ma'am, you dropped this.
on the back of the piece of basket weaving, you turn it over and you see an actual map of several university buildings. And
Oh,
you notice that the the School of Culinary Arts is directly in front of you. This is the place you would probably, if you were to go, and you might find that owl person, the owlkin that was with you. And then just to the north, you see a building that's labeled the School of Spelunking and Exploration.
All right. I can't with that name. Spelunking?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cave exploring.
Well,
yeah.
I guess sorry. I guess sometimes talking to or making eye contact with those people is pretty useful, and I will show Cinder. See?
Oh. Okay, all right. That can be useful, but also I still am uncomfortable with him. I still feel like he's like following us. I turn around, is he following us?
Make a perception check.
Oh no!
Oh no, can I assist? Can I assist? Because
Yes.
I'm curious now too.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just give you advantage.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yep.
Wow. Thank you, dice. Truly amazing. You said perception?
Yes.
That's an 11.
Okay. You see a small rodent cross the path, pause for a moment to look up at you, and scurry off into the grass. But you don't see anyone else.
Gross. All right. I think
Gross,
we're okay.
Sally. I think he was quite cute.
Well, I didn't expect to see rodents around a campus, but I guess that shows what I know. All right. So shall we go to this building here, the spelunking building?
Yes, this spelunking building.
Okay. So you get up to the building and you notice that all of the doors are locked.
Oh.
Is it not open?
Like,
Isn't it
there's
during
nobody
class
coming in
hours?
and around? No lights on? Nothing?
There are no
Is it
lights
dark?
on. It is dark
Mm.
inside. It is the middle of the day, by the way. It is basically right around, well, you can't really tell that it's noon, but it feels like it might be around noon.
Well, I'll just go ahead and knock
Okay.
on the door, the front door, what I'm assuming is the front door, because that would be really weird if I was knocking on the back door.
You hear a voice from the hedges by the building.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
Okay.
You're not gonna get very far going into that building. That's been closed down for several days now.
Why?
A gardener, a man comes out from the hedges, covered in grass stains, and he says, "Well, you see," and he kind of wipes his hands on his overalls as he's just got like dust like caked on his hands. Medium build man, and he says, "You see, the spelunking teacher, he got himself figured they figured he just got lost, but the problem is right now the spelunking school is doing underwater spelunking, so like they get their breathing apparatus and they go on out there past the dome, and the problem is, well, he ain't been back, and he was supposed to be back several days ago. So yeah, they got it all locked up. I suppose you could see the dean's office. It's right over in that building right there. He could give you some more information, but yeah, you're not gonna find anybody in the spelunking department. That's for sure."
So he got lost out at sea, or he's lost somewhere in town?
Well, what they do is they get their little breathing things and they go out through that bubble, and they go into caves that are nearby. So not really like lost at sea, but kinda, I suppose.
Lost in sea.
Lost in sea. Yeah, that sounds right.
How
How
long do
long
those
do you?
last? Oh, sorry.
I was just going to ask the same question as you.
Great
Thanks.
minds think alike. Why don't you go ahead?
Are you sure? You,
Please.
by all means.
Well, one of you
Well,
gotta
alright.
ask me. Come on.
How long do those breathing apparatuses last?
Oh, well, they can last for quite a while. It's possible he's still out there, but man, something got him or something, because he'd be back by now. I mean, he might still be out there.
Did he go with a class, or was he alone?
He did bring a class with him. There was a class. They all came back, and they said they got chased out by some marrow folk.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like you, sir. And he gestures to Vel. He's like, it ain't your Valkyries or Valsaris. It's just some marrow folk. That's what they said anyway.
I actually appreciate you making the distinction there.
Well, working class folks and the folks that are kind of on the edges got to stick together, right?
Something like that. So I imagine you know where they went to on this little field trip.
Well, it's probably they said it was the ancient ruins that were just on the other side of the bubble here. I mean, the weird thing about them ancient ruins is when Seagate's above water, there's that seal that keeps that ruin from being opened at all. And the only time you can open it, I mean, there was something about this temple or some sort of magic. If it's got to have a certain amount of water pressure, I don't know. But that's when they go and they research it when the water's up, when the flood is the Leviathan Solstice,
Vel's gonna start walking, and then Vel's gonna stop and turn around. Like, that's right. You guys will probably need one of some of those breathing apparatuses, huh?
Oh, you need some? You gonna go out and search for them?
Shouldn't we at least go talk to the dean before we just got here? I don't want to go out for a swim just yet.
It sounds like we have everything we need, though, right? We have a location.
I cannot breathe underwater, so no, we do not have everything that we need. We need to go talk to somebody who can allow us to breathe underwater.
I also cannot breathe underwater.
Oh, I got plenty of them things. I mean, they're like a dime a dozen. I can get you set up with some of those real quick.
Sounds like we have
How long
everything
do
we need.
yours last?
Well, I mean, I mean, mine, they last us the same as the departments do. I mean, they're all issued by the university.
How long do they typically last then?
Well, I mean, you're talking about at least like a few weeks. Like
Okay, we're good. We're good.
I don't think you're gonna run into an issue unless you get merfolked. Don't get marrowed.
We'll keep that in mind, I suppose. Try to avoid that fate.
Yeah, I would suggest it.
It's just turning out to be an awful lot of trouble. But
All right. Well, if you want them, you just come on over to my shed. Come on, we can pick it up, and I'll set you up. I mean, some of you look pretty formidable. You could probably take care of them better than them kids could.
Where do those kids end up, by the way?
Oh well, some of them didn't come back, but the ones that did, well, I don't know. I suppose most of them didn't stick around in the university. They probably all went home, or something. I don't know where they went off to.
All right. Maybe we want to have a chat with this dean before we just saunter off into the deeps. All due respect to the Valkyrie among us. not quite as eager to get out there as you are, at least not before we know exactly what we're going up against, or as close to exactly as we can figure.
No, it's understandable. I forget that. It's to me this is going into a more comfortable area.
Yeah, your house, not so much ours.
Fair enough. Well, it sounds like to some degree, whether we like it or not, we are all trying to find the same person. So I figured until we finish this up, we might as well just stick together.
It's probably a good idea. And perhaps if we talk to the dean, he might be able to offer some resources to help us. I presume that this spelunking professor had some sort of equipment. And sorry. Anyways, they knew what they were walking into or swimming into. We don't. So we should get some more information. And if there's resources, we should get those as well.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go talk to that dean. Y- y'all look like pretty trustworthy folk. You just go ahead and grab some of the breathing apparatus from my shed over there. I got some more weeding to do. I got some more grouting to do. So I'm gonna go get that taken care of. You go ahead and use the stuff you find in my shed if you want. But talk to the dean. He's over in his office over in that building. And y'all have a good day. All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good
All
day
right.
to you.
And he just kind of like wanders off and just starts like whistling and doesn't really seem to have that much of a care. It doesn't seem like a very dire situation to him. He's just kind of going his own way. And you get to the administration building, and the dean's office is on the first floor directly inside that building. And upon entering his office, you see a very high-backed chair facing away from the door. Are you all walking into the office?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a voice saying, "So, who's in my office?"
Bro.
Is the voice coming from like the other side of that chair that's facing away from us?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's coming from behind us.
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
We simply just stopping by. We are looking for Morgan, and apparently there's been a bad situation. So
As soon as you say the name Malgan, the chair spins around, and a small sprightly gnome
Oh my gosh, of course.
peeks above the
Wow.
desk. And somehow this very tall backed chair is only being inhabited by this tiny gnome, and he says, "Why do you want to see Malgan?"
Well,
Don't everybody speak at once.
I was going to say something.
Sorry.
Due to certain circumstances, we have all converged here in this city at the same time, looking for the same individual. And that happens to be this Malgan. So, we'd like to find him and do our various business with him.
You all arrived from the elevator?
That's correct.
The elevator that only operates once every few weeks. And
Yes.
all of you are looking for Malgan.
Yes. Great coincidence.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you show me what brought you here, I can tell you exactly how to get to Malgan.
I'm gonna walk over
You-
and just hand him the note that I got. Of
All right.
course, here you go.
All right, the rest of you.
Right. Well, yes, here it is.
Okay.
That's
Takes
2
one
for
from
1.
Cyrus.
That note's a 2-for-1 package with
Okay.
us.
So he takes Vel's as well.
Violet will kind of like fiddle with the note a little bit and like look at this dean. Then back to the note, back to the little gnome guy, and then just like eventually give in and hand the note over.
He looks through the notes, says, "Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yep, yep, okay. Everything looks like it's in order." And he hands you back the notes and he says, "All right, well, he's been waiting for you folks. And glad to see that you made it here all. Really nice to see that he was able to get all of you gathered here. I assume that you've been told that he's in the the underwater, the ruin. I think that's what the rumor is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Cool. All right. Well, yeah, he's waiting there for you. And unfortunately, the that the rumor isn't quite true as far as how he got there and what he's been doing. But I can tell you that if you go over there, you will meet him. You can find him. He's over in that ruin. He's hanging out waiting for you.
Can you perhaps tell us why he's hanging out in an old abandoned ruin on the other side of the dome?
Well, I would say that he's done it because this is pretty important for him, and he didn't want just anyone coming and pretending to be someone he's been trying to get a hold of. He wanted to have a talk with you folks outside the city, as it were.
Oh, okay.
Then why have us come to the city? Why not just have us meet somewhere else?
What, in the ruin? I mean, that would be a. I mean, I guess some of you. I mean, one of you could swim down to it, but maybe not the rest of you.
Well, what I mean is he told us to come down to the city.
Yeah. Yep.
So we can meet outside the city.
Yep.
So why bring us down to the city if he just wants to meet us outside of the city?
I don't know. He's kind of a weird guy. I don't really know all of his business, but he did, like, as his employer. I mean, he did kind of confide in me just to let you know that he's not. He's waiting for you. I don't really know exactly what's going on. I mean, you guys. Wow, some of you guys have some unfinished business. It seems like, doesn't it? Those notes are a little spicy, huh?
Did he give me back my right note?
Yes, you have
Okay.
you have the notes back.
Well, may I ask a request on behalf of my companions here?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Do you have any seal skin for them?
Seal skin?
Yes. I don't know if any of you have been below in deep depths, but it is, for you, I imagine, very cold.
Mm.
The cold does not bother me. I'm okay.
Well, for those who don't handle the cold, I would basically like the D&D equivalent of like a wetsuit. If
Nope, I certainly don't have that. I mean, but you can brave it. You guys look formidable.
I've been called many things before, and formidable is not one of them. But all right.
I'll just shrug. It's like, well, it is what it is then.
All right, so before we go out beyond the dome, do you know if there's any sort of danger that we should be mindful of before we go out?
Well, those marrow are not a lie. Those marrow are in those ruins. He has a certain way with them, so he probably won't get bothered too much by him. But you'll run into a little bit of a problem. You'll be fine though.
Great. Do you have any resources you might be able to spare?
Well, I definitely have some breathing apparatus for you. Otherwise, he basically said just come as you are.
All right. Sounds like a lovely day.
I like it. It sounds straightforward.
How trustworthy does this guy sound, though?
Medium.
Medium.
Medium?
What does that mean?
Medium.
I mean, because he seems super slimy and like he's really, really, really hiding something. So I'm just trying to get a sense of what he's not telling us.
You can roll insight if you'd like.
Okay. Shall we go for the hat trick of ones?
You have to blow on
Yes.
your dice.
What? Are you
No.
serious?
Yes.
You have to blow on them.
I
You
will
have to
take.
blow on
I
them.
will take the picture.
No.
You have to blow all of the bad luck off before you roll it.
That's amazing.
You must have jinxed it or something. What the heck?
Come on,
They're all
Alex.
different dice too, by the way.
Cyrus
Oh,
is
buddy.
convinced there's something wrong with this Dean. There's something.
Fair to me.
There is something this Dean is not telling you.
Yeah, I believe it.
Very happy I didn't accept any of your dice when you offered to send me some.
Oh, yeah, that was a good idea.
Well, shall we?
We shall.
Suppose we should just get it over with.
Might as well.
The bubble, do we just walk right out of that, or is there like an actual gate?
So when you go through the bubble, you just have to close your eyes. If you close your eyes and hold your breath, you just jump through it basically, and you're in the water, and you'll be fine.
And then can we come back in that same way?
Absolutely.
Straightforward. Still love this plan.
Are we? I didn't pay too much attention to the perimeter of the bubble. Is just a straight drop into an abyss, or is there? Are we on a rock?
Well, it's just a field. Half of the field is above water, and the other half is below water. There's
Yes.
a nice wall of water, as it were. But no, you go out there, and then you'll see a few statues, probably about 50 yards out past the bubble, and that there's a big vaulted door in the ground that you basically you turn the handles and they'll open up and you can go inside from there. Yeah.
Beyond the door, is it also water or?
Mostly water. I mean, I haven't been out there myself, so I don't know if there is any pockets of air or anything like that, but I would expect water. Definitely expect water.
Fair enough. Stupid question, I know.
No, not at all. I mean, if I had been there myself, I might be able to give you a better answer.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I think we should get going now.
Let's.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So you leave the office with the breathing apparatus equipped, and as you get to the edge of the dome, you do have to travel a little bit through like a few fields in the agriculture district. But you do see, actually, from within the dome, you actually see the first of the statues that you need to get to. And you look up and you see these glowing, like, mystical jellyfish. And you happen to see... well, actually, let's roll a quick perception check, real quick. Everybody, roll a perception. Raise your hand if you got a 15 or higher. Beautiful. 20 or higher. Okay. A 20. Ooh, okay. So, Vel, Ashen One, and Cyrus, you see a shadow go behind 3 of the jellyfish that are nearby.
A large shadow or like a small kind of people-shaped?
It is definitely not people-shaped. It is quite large. And Cyrus, you even hear a very faint...
Wow. There's a whale.
And
I'm terrified of whales. It's like the scariest thing in the entire world to me.
as
Actually?
Yeah. Oh God. No, like literally whales, and then the ocean immediately thereafter are the things I am the most
This
afraid
is
of.
not the setting for you, bro.
No, it's not.
Hey folks, I don't know if you have thalassophobia, but if you don't, maybe you'll get it by watching our campaign. So yeah, as quickly as it approaches, it disappears. And Cinder, Violet, you don't even see the shadow.
I'm too busy admiring Cinder.
And as you get close to the edge of the bubble, you see actually like the water is that presses against the dome. Looks like it's evaporating because it's like bubbling constantly, and bubbles are like shooting upward from the dome in several spots, and you kind of realize this is like an evaporation type of technique of some sort. But your sense of wonder, or your sense of dread for some of us, subsides after a moment, and I'm assuming that you're all closing your eyes and holding your breath as you go through
Yes.
Yep.
the dome. Okay. So as you hold your breath, you go through the dome, and your weight is almost immediately like completely lifted. It looks like you're moonwalking, like just like very, very lightly kind of bouncing by... You don't even really have to touch the bottom, the field that is under this water. And Vel, I'm sure your penchant for being in the front of the group and your ability to swim very swiftly brings you quickly to the door.
Yeah, I like when Vel excitedly jumps into the water. His entire position changes, where his scythe, he holds it behind his back with both arms behind his back. So it's like it's flush against his back,
Yep.
and then begins to just use his powerful legs and just starts doing tight figure eights in the water, just kind of getting just reacquainted with being out of water for so long.
It's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jubs.
Yes.
What do these breathing apparatuses look like?
So it's a mouthpiece that has a thin mesh contraption bound with metal on either side, and you hear it, like it sounds almost like a squishing, gurgling noise that, as long as you have it in your mouth, you like can spit out some of the water that's there and get to some breathable air. And so you're breathing through this contraption that is converting the water nearby to air. And it's like there's metallic bolts that are basically, it's big enough that it covers the lower half of your face.
That's really cool. Okay.
When I get to the door,
Mhm.
uh, I'm going to switch over to speak Valkyrie to Ash, and when I speak Valkyrie under the water, some like for those of you who have heard Valkyrie in the past, some of the weird humming clicks because it sounds almost like the whale when it was doing that big thing. So you hear me like vibrate my lungs and it vibrates the water. Ash, you know that's me signaling excitement in Valkyrie, and I'm going to sign to you that the door is over here. Um, and yeah,
Okay. Do you attempt to open the door then, Val?
I'll wait till the rest of the party gets
Okay.
around, and then I'll attempt to open it then.
Okay.
Just in case if a tentacle reaches out and grabs me.
So as
Drags you to water.
as you turn the door's handle after everyone gathers around, the doors, you hear a clanking noise. It's not quiet, but latches turn slowly, and you're able to put enough pressure on the door to open this door. And one side of this double doors that's on the ground lifts up because you've lifted up that one side of the door.
Does it seem like it'll keep open by itself, or does it need to be held open?
Yep, if you lay it over on its side,
Okay,
it'll
it'll
stay open. Okay, so now you've got basically this half door opened in front of you.
No. Start swimming inside.
Okay, so you swim in, and you see that it's a very narrow passageway that opens up into like a larger cave underneath the water. Is everyone going in?
Is it dark?
It is very dark. It is not magically dark, though. So if you have dark vision, you are able to see.
I figured.
What can we see?
What's in the room?
I
So
hate
I-
when you look off to the side because it tells me you're going to pull up an image or something.
That's right. And actually, what we are going to see is something that is on your screens, and we are going to go to our other view. And right now, you see this. You might have to adjust the screen. There we go. Thank you.
Oh.
So,
Why are there angry red circles?
those angry red circles are the marrow that you have disturbed, and we are going to end this session by
Oh, but
rolling
they're so
initiative.
They're so cute.
Cute. I was thinking something else.
Wiz want to be friends. Oh,
You
what?
Cut the stream.
So,
Oh, man.
if you would, please go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I'm so excited for next session where we fight people.
Oh, I rolled so good on initiative, guys.
What did you get, Cinder?
I got 8.
An 8.
Poop. Everybody else is gonna roll below you, so you go first.
What did Violet get?
Don't let me go first.
That is a 15.
The 15. Cyrus.
23.
23.
Damn!
Okay.
Oh wait, you're a rogue. Of course, that makes sense.
Ash.
An 11.
An 11. And Vel.
12.
A 12. All right. So,
What did the marrow get?
they got something.
Of course.
He almost slipped up. You guys saw that, right?
Well, if you squint, you can see it in his glasses.
Right. So that is where we are going to leave off our episode today. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, hanging out with us, sharing this story with us. And for me and everyone here at the Eldritch Outcast, thank you so much for watching with us. If you want to find out how to connect with us, we've got a Discord, we've got Linktree, we've got tons and tons of things. Come hang out with us in Discord. We'll say hi, I promise.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm
thank
so
you.
social. Talk to me.
Well, let's all say goodbye to everybody, and we will sign off for the night. Thank you very much, and bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, nerds.
Bye.
See you next time.
Yeah.